travel can't all be a big, meaty affair. You've got to slot in a few days to just goof off and hang out. When in Indonesia, you should have no problem with this. The beaches are plentiful and the water is warm and inviting. Although I'm scuba certified, I prefer a good snorkel. I can exercise without worrying about the air in my tank and stay out as long as I want. But here's a tip. With all the fascinating things to see and the cool water pouring over your skin, you'll totally forget that your back is getting blasted with equatorial sun rays. So set a timer on your watch or throw on a t-shirt. You also need your silly rituals on the road. Here's one that has just naturally evolved for us. As you may know, Southeast Asian cuisine is very tasty, but it's mainly composed of rice, with maybe little tiny pieces of meat in it. So in order to supplement our protein, we got to drinking chocolate milk, and now it's become a little bit of a tradition. Vitamin D fortified, I set out for East Java. Back to the meat. Something serious is on the horizon, because in this part of the country, when the gods lose their cool, unfortunate things happen. I come into a small mountain town at night. These are the Tengger, people who grew up in the shadow of active volcanoes. The most sacred, the granddaddy, is called Mount Bromo. I find the local priest and through a little pantomiming make a request. I've got something in my bag I want him to bless. Now don't peek, you'll find out soon enough. Thank you.
Sama-sama.
I hope this works. Terima kasih.
Sama-sama.
Sama-sama. Now, Mount Bromo and the story behind it are not huge secrets amongst tourists and travelers. So in order to experience this in sort of an off-the-beaten-path style, we've come in the off-season, which is the rainy season. And we're not coming for the sunrise, which is what most travelers do, but rather for the sunset. So a tremendous rainstorm just blew through. Looks like the clouds are parting, and we're gonna have a one glorious hour before the sun sets on the day. I'm a huge fan of off-season travel. Most tourists have time constraints, so they can't take a chance on bad weather or a lack of conveniences. They have to go when everyone else goes. But if you're willing to roll the dice a little, you can enjoy even the most popular sites with no more than a handful of others. There comes in the fog covering up this chain of volcanoes. Our mountain is actually one of about 5 or 6 stratovolcanoes, all active, but of all of them, Bromo is the most. Just last year, it erupted spectacularly, clearing out an area of about 3 kilometers. Hot dog, did I get lucky today. The rain hammered down, but it stopped just as I set out to climb the mountain, leaving me with fresh air and a nice spongy trail where there would have been suffocating dust, and no one in sight. And the view just keeps getting better and better. So what is the big whoop-de-doo over this Mount Bromo? Well, a long time ago, according to Tengger legend, there was a barren princess and a prince. He was firing blanks, she had a faulty oven. For some reason, they couldn't have kids. With no kids, no descendants, no empire, no Tengger people. So they prayed to the volcano gods, please give us children. And the wish was granted, but with one caveat. They would have 24 children, but the 25th, they must throw into the caldera, into the lava. Nowadays, the tradition continues during the festival of Kasada, when the Tengger people climb the mountain to throw, not children, but food and money into the volcano to placate the hungry gods. I've thought long and hard about what I could offer, and I've come up with a plan. So what do you throw into a volcano to appease the cantankerous gods? Well, I threw the question out there to my friends, and I got everything from Justin Bieber to 16-year-old virgins. But I settled on the Indonesian version of a cupcake, because who can be grumpy when they're eating a cupcake? Ha! Enjoy it. And just for good measure, I got these muscle relaxer painkillers. Do I have a prescription? Not exactly. Do I deserve it after getting burned on the stomach, slashed on the arm, poked in the ear, and having a rock thrown on my back? Hell yes, I do. But I can spare one for volcano gods. This ought to keep them chilled out. There you go. I can't speak for volcano gods, but cupcakes and painkillers, that's a pretty good Friday night. Here's looking at you. Steam billows out as the sun sets on a dry horizon. If the gods aren't happy, at least they appear gratified. I know I sure am. What a beautiful spot, and what a way to end the day.